Well, hello, everybody on Facebook. First, I want to welcome you to the back end of the studio right now. This is Ken D. Foster. We have an incredible show today. The show is called The Courage to Create Wealth. I have a special guest, best-selling author and financial, the most influential investment advisor of all time. Robert Allen is my guest today. This show can change your life. Stay tuned. Okay, Todd, let's hit it.
It's time to take a journey, to find your courage, break through your limits, and master your destiny. It's time for Ken D. Foster's Voices of Courage. Ken brings you some of the most courageous people on the planet that will inspire greatness within you and change your life for the better. It's time to see the unseeable, know the unknowable, and do the impossible. It's time for Voices of Courage. And here's your host, Ken D. Foster.
Well, today we are going to be talking about creating reserves of personal and financial wealth. I'm going to be giving you insights about what stops you and just about everybody else from obtaining wealth. Hi, this is Ken D. Foster, your host. Today our show is called The Courage to Create Wealth. By the way, you'll want to listen to this show a few times. And I believe that you're probably going to want to share it with anybody that you know that's looking for greatest success in their life, because I have Robert G. Allen, one of the most influential investment advisors of all time, who has authored several best-selling books and personal finance books. He is my guest today. We're going to be doing basically the entire show together. Before I introduce Robert Allen, I want to talk to you, though, about the biggest wealth stopper I know, which is information overload. Now, why does information give you wealth indigestion? Because it is based on facts, not on truth or wisdom. Let's discuss truth versus information or facts, all right? So, wisdom, as we know, is based on truthful experiences, truthful realizations, understanding, knowledge. That's what wisdom is based on. Information is based on facts. Now, there may be 10 facts saying that dieting is good for you, and maybe 10 facts saying that dieting is not good for you. What do you believe? Well, let's explore some of these facts a little more. So there's a lot of different kinds of facts out there, right? There's incomplete facts. There's unproven fact. There's blown up facts. There's exaggerated facts. In fact, lots of facts on the internet. What do you believe on the internet? Do you believe everything you see and hear? I doubt it. So my point is this. Are you building your life on information and fact, or are you building your life on truth and wisdom? Let's say, for the sake of argument, that you're choosing to build your life around wisdom. So, my question to you is, where do you find that wisdom? Well, I know one place that I find it. I find it by studying wise teachers, such as Robert Allen, who has been my mentor for years, who will be on the show in a moment. And actually, this is kind of a wise practice, isn't it? Because these wise teachers have already gone through a lot of the mistakes, and they've come out on the other side, and we can learn from their wisdom. So it's wise to do that. The other way to find wisdom is to tune in to your wise self or your soul and get the answers to all your questions and challenges. But how do you do that? How do you go about this? Well, one way to do is take a information vacation. Take a fast for, let's say, 3 days where you turn off the information. Maybe you take a vacation from the noise and you go where things are quiet. Take a trip to the mountains, go to a lake, go to an ocean, somewhere where you can hear yourself think. And actually, that's a good thing. Or maybe you start an introspection habit or practice. Now, that's a big fancy word, introspection. What the heck is that about? Well, it's really taking an assessment of our life on a consistent daily basis. So why would you do that? Well, because you don't want to build your worldview based on information. See, successful people build their world on truth and wisdom. Okay, so how do you know what to believe? Here is the key. Here's the key right here. You have to take full responsibility for your decisions. If you do, this unlocks wise interpretations within yourself. So, instead of saying, I have to do this, or so-and-so made me do this, or this isn't what I want to do, we start to use the language, I am choosing to do X, Y, Z. I'm choosing to take out the trash. I'm choosing the business that I'm in, and I'm choosing to have a great attitude today. So we take full responsibility for our decisions. And then next, this is the next key. This is so important. We practice honest introspection. Now, this is a natural way of life for me, but it always wasn't that way. It was difficult for me to look truthfully at what was going on in my life. I didn't want to look at my relationship and my part in it when my relationship wasn't working. I didn't want to look at my part in my business when people were quitting and my revenues were down. I didn't want to look at why my children were upset with me constantly. It has to be their fault. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with me. But of course, that's not true. So what I did is I started this practice of honestly looking at what's going on in my life. Now, I practice this at the end of the day, and I ask myself 3 simple questions. What worked today? What worked? What did not work? And where can I improve tomorrow? By the way, when I practice introspection, I look at myself through the lens of peace after meditation. The point here is to quiet your mind. Remember I said go on vacation take a vacation from information. Get in a place where you can be still for a little while. See, this helps me connect with my soul and view the ego's dramas in life. When my mind is peaceful, I draw meaningful personal conclusions which lead to positive focused actions, which lead to right choices and forward progress. Now, do you think by making some wise choices, you might be able to create more wealth in your life? Well, if you say yes, then all you have to do is start today to review your life every day, end of the day. Hey, one more thought here. Have you ever seen a business person who has no accounting? Well, actually, I've coached a few of those over the years, and their life is a mess. And usually we have to get some accounting, right? Because business people want to know if they're making money or not. They want to know if they're progressing or not. The same applies for our personal lives. Are you progressing? What does progressing mean to you? Well, for me, it's having more peace, more health, more happiness, vitality, a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When I'm in those places, I feel like I'm moving forward. Remember, the ego wants to keep you comfortable, but the soul wants to give you freedom. So learn to be comfortable in that courageous zone and practice introspection. To summarize, introspection is the key to overcome your greatest challenges. You can monitor your business, relationships, diet, exercise. You can monitor your daily mind. And it's a habit destroyer. People governed by their negative habits, they're slave to these habits, right? But it doesn't have to be you. When you can introspect, you can see those nasty habits, and you can get rid of them. By the way, that's why I wrote the book, The Courage to Change Everything, coming out September 17th. You can pre-order it online, couragetochange.us, couragetochange.us. I give you daily doses of wisdom, daily strategies to introspect on yourself, and daily actions so that you are moving forward and progressing your life with a life of victory over all the dribble and challenges in the world. Okay, that's that. I hope you'll take me up on this and listen. Stay tuned. I will be right back with my special guest, best-selling author and financial guru, Robert Allen.
We'll be back with more Voices of Courage with Ken D. Foster.
The most talented athletes in the world rely on a coach to get better, and the most successful business people do the same.
I have found working with Ken D. Foster to be an extraordinary experience. He helped me to expand my vision, increase profits, and showed me the way to have more fulfillment and success in my life.
Ken D. Foster is the coach's coach for business and life. He has been nicknamed the coach of the successful and wealthy.
Ken is an instrumental part of my team and the success I have generated over the past 12 months. Ken gave me the strategies to increase productivity, reduce turnover, and take my business to the next level.
So what's holding you back? Ken D. Foster is a master business coach with proven strategies to dramatically increase efficiency and productivity while maximizing individual development and fulfillment. Explore your possibilities. For a free consultation, log on to kendfoster.com. That's kendfoster.com. kendfoster.com.
There comes a time when you know you need to restart and regain control of your life. A time to seek freedom from the anxiety, addiction, and other issues that may be bringing you down. A time to heal and re-emerge as the real you. Villa Kalima is a holistic residential recovery program exclusively for women for individualized treatment. Villa Kalima offers proven clinical and holistic therapies for the mind, body, and spirit to assure sustainable recovery. Villa Kalima focuses on healing the cause, not temporarily masking symptoms. It's the only way to truly recover and find yourself again. Villa Kalima is located in a beautiful, peaceful, resort-like setting and is a licensed and accredited residential treatment center accepting a variety of health insurances. Start your healing and renewal today by calling Villa Kalima in La Costa, California at 760-814-8214. 760-814-8214. Villa Kalima, a place for transformation.
We're back with Voices of Courage with Ken D. Foster. Learn more about Ken, how to be a guest on the show, and sponsorship opportunities by visiting voicesofcourage.us. And now your host, Ken D. Foster.
Well, thank all of you for being here today. And by the way, I want to acknowledge that we are now on 115 stations in 38 countries around the world. And just saw that we picked up Brazil and Argentina recently. So welcome everybody out there in Brazil and Argentina.
Hola.
I hope you hola. Yes, thank you, Todd. I hope you will enjoy this show. By the way, if you're new to the show, get ready to see the unseeable, know the unknowable, and do the impossible. What does that even mean? Stay tuned to the show, tuning in every week, and you'll find that out. You can find us on the web at voicesofcourage.us or just Google Voices of Courage. And by the way, if you want to tell your friends about this, we'd really appreciate it. Okay, I am so excited. On the phone with me is my mentor. He's been my mentor for many, many years. I don't even know if he knows he's my mentor, but I think he does. He knows he teaches me all the time. Anyway, his name is Robert G. Allen. He is one of the most influential investment advisors of all time. He has authored several best-selling personal finance books, including Multiple Streams of Income, Nothing Down, Cracking the Millionaire Code, The 1 Minute Millionaire, and The Enlightened Way to Wealth, which he co-authored with Mark Victor Hansen, the co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul series, which sold about 500 million copies. Robert, I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to the show. Let's do this.
Ken, it's great to be here with you today.
Wow. listen, you've created a lot of wealth, not only for yourself. I think more importantly, you've helped create so much wealth for so many people. Let's talk about wealth. How do people get into the wealth mindset to start generating wealth for themselves?
Wealth. Well, let's talk about wealth with a small W and wealth with a capital W. So wealth with a small W means material stuff, where you have cars and boats and the stereos and if you don't have a strong mindset, a strong inner wealth, what I call it, then it's very hard to create small W wealth on the outside of you. So when I published my first book, which is called Nothing Down, about how to buy real estate with nothing down, I did this crazy challenge with the LA Times. I said, send me to any city, take away my wallet, give me $100 US, and in 72 hours I'll buy an excellent piece of real estate using none of my own money. And the LA Times challenged me, and they flew me with a reporter and all the way to San Francisco. Took away my wallet. Now I have no cash, no credit, no identification, no collateral. The things the banker wants when you want to borrow money from a banker, they want your cash. They want the 4 C's: cash, credit, collateral, and cash flow. And I had none of those things. What I was trying to prove is all those things are small W wealth. Capital W wealth is where I said to myself, do I have the courage? And that's the name of the show. Do I have the courage to put my money where my mouth was, or my lack of money where my mouth was, to go to a city and to prove that wealth comes from the inside, not from the outside? Because the world will teach you that wealth comes from the outside, or because they see people who have external wealth. That's small W wealth. So they took away my wallet, they took my cash flow, my credit, my collateral, and now I have to go into that city and I have to use my creativity. That's a C word. I have to use my courage. That's a C word. I have to use my chutzpah. That's a C word. I have to use my character. That's a C word. I have to go inside. I'd say, do I have the systems and the knowledge and experience to look for and find a highly motivated seller in real estate, negotiate with that person so they trust me enough to have them give me their real estate with zero down payment, no credit, no collateral, no identification. That's called internal wealth. And so you started the question off today. Well, what is wealth? Well, wealth is who you are. You are your wealth. You are your wealth. You are your wealth. Everything you want will come from you. What you add in terms of knowledge and skill, etc., is all going to come from you, and it's all based on courage. You have to be willing to have courage to have people look at you and them not like you, and to have you pursue your dream rather than let somebody else talk you out of it.
There's people listening to the show right now, Robert, and they're sitting there and they're not feeling wealthy right now. They're looking out. Maybe they're living in a small apartment, or they're driving an old beat up car, or and the opposite is true. Maybe there's people sitting there living in lavish abundance and they feel no wealth.
Talk to him now.
Okay, good. Hey, Facebook Live. I want to let you know we're having a little studio issues right now, so we will be right back here in just a second. We've our board shorted out, which you know, it's kind of like life, huh? We have things that come up now and then, and this is one of the challenges for us. But we will be broadcasting live here again in just a minute. Don't stop it, Todd. I want to go ahead and let this.
Okay.
Stream,
we don't know how long it's going to take.
We don't know how long it's going to be, but
I was going to suggest moving into the other studio.
Oh, okay. Maybe we do that. Okay. Well, we might move into another studio, so you get another view of what we do here at KCBQ in San Diego. And I've been here with this studio about 2 years now, and the team is next to no one. I put this team against any other team in the business. These guys are the best of the best, and they really take care of me. So I'm always wanting to give them a shout out. That's KCBQ in San Diego. They're on 1170 AM and 96.1 FM here in San Diego. So, all right, looks like we're gonna probably have to change studios. So I think what we'll do is we will stop our Facebook Live, and then we will go ahead and restart here in probably, I would say, less than 10 minutes. So stay tuned. Don't want you to miss any of this. This is really good, and I know this will help you take your life to the next level. Alrighty, so I'm going to shut us off our live. You want to shut off our live feed now, and we'll be back on air.